Hancurkan hatiku, hancurkan lagi, hancurkan hatiku. Melihatmu kau terangi jiwa, redupkan lagi. Halo Bay, ya. Selamat pagi, pagi, pagi. Asik colong. Oh iya bang, pagi. Berapa sih? Setengah 9. Siang sih harusnya. Seperti biasa, gue akan tamatin KCD dulu. Baru ngapex lagi. Dengar kabar dosen gak masuk kelas pagi, rasanya anjing dosen. A dozen time. Masuk kelas. Udah bangun pagi ya lu masuk kampus tiba-tiba. Mohon maaf Bapak tidak dapat hadir ke kelas karena ada satu urusan di luar kampus. Oh, gue tuh udah bangun pagi Pak. Malah bebelain ada yang nggak tidur. Lu nggak datang, enak. Giliran gue telat lu marah. Ya begitulah dosen. Baru bangun jangan lupa ngopi. Biar makin oke hari lu sekarang hari Senin kan ya. Tuh bener Senin. Happy Monday. Assalamualaikum Bang hadiri. Iya. Waalaikumsalam silahkan dihadiri. Sebats the best. Jadi gue mau nanya nih sama kalian nih yang 11 orang di sini nonton. Kalian nggak ada kegiatan gitu bagaimana? Baby Bimo pagi-pagi syuting apaan sih? Ada deh. Nah itu kan kemarin kalau misalnya lihat storynya Bimo dia tuh ngajak kalian buat ikut syuting web series sebenarnya. Dia mau ada proyekan web series. Sehari doang sih harusnya hari ini kelar. Mesti free. Begitulah. Alhamdulillah dia produktif hari ini.
Greetings.
Glad I could be.
I'm truly fine.
Thank you.
May the Lord watch you.
Hancurkan hatiku, hancurkan lagi. Hancurkan hatiku melihatmu, kau terangi jiwa, redupkan lagi. Hancurkan hatiku melihatmu. Lagi nggak ngampus Bray, lagi ya ini lagi nunggu juga kan, nggak apa-apa lah. Ngampus yang lain paling ngapain?
Are you alright?
All right.
But
It was Peck, and you let him go. You told me to my face, keep out of my sight. You hear?
What? What the fuck? Nih. Jadi ini mau melakukan penyerangan ke kastil Chamber, tapi harus menunggu karena kita akan membuat trebuchet. Oh, anjing mati ini.
What's that?
Tok, boy. Melihat asik mantap keep it up bang. Jangan santai. Bentar lagi tamat nih, kayaknya ya harusnya tamat. Gue udah muak sebenernya main ini, tapi penasaran ujungnya mau gimana. Terusnya belum jadi lagi. Seharian bro. Oh, bisa tidur.
Hey, do you think you own the place? Snoring here?
Clear off. Pelit. Mau ikut tidur gue di sini. Ini nggak boleh ikut tidur juga. Nggak boleh juga. Gue punya tenda. Satu hari itu tuh. Dota dong bre di live stream mau Bimo. Nantilah. Gue juga udah jarang banget Dota sekarang. Udah jarang Dota gara-gara KCD. Lagian juga masih Archon apa yang harus di streamin. Kadang gue main Dota kebanyakan diem. Main apa lagi gue tuh bingung. Beres-beres gitu juga. Mobile Legends. Gue males main game mobile. Tuh kan di delete sama chatbot kamu sih. No spam no caps bro, anjing caps. Oh di sini. COD kan COD mobile gitu nggak mau. Jangan. Halo bang, hai. Apa kabar kalian pagi ini? Sehat dong harusnya. Ini trebuchetnya belum jadi. Wah sikel. Berjoin jangan lupa ambil kopi, teh, susu, serah. Yang gak ada kegiatan, yang ada kegiatan dilanjut aja dulu kegiatannya. Yang kerja, yang kuliah, yang sekolah, yang bersih-bersih kayak terserah lu deh. Modern Warfare. Nah itu tuh gue takutnya gue beli nih. Gue beli Modern Warfare. Mainnya cuma sebentar. Kan sayang duit aku bang. Habis. Game PC pasar lagi turun. Makanya gue lagi kenapa ya? Lagi chat. Prasangka sekolah lagi. Udah. Wait until the trebuchet is finished. Yuk. Kita perang. Gue juga lagi nungguin RDR tapi yang di PC. Mending beli RDR lah daripada Modern Warfare mah. person. Sa sekolah teh anu.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Fire.
Let it rip!
Oh, let it rip.
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Fucking dumb, bro.
Move! Move! God damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish! Sir! They're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
Anjing, lagi perang datang pasukan lagi, aneh.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townburg.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
Siangan bengong.
I feel quite hungry.
Lapar deh.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander, but many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But... that is...
Anjing, amno.
Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. and then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Scallop's men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Rete.
Tai ngapain, Pak?
If you thought you'd be spending the whole siege sitting on your arses playing dice and swilling ale, you were sadly mistaken.
Udah hari.
Bearing down on us
Are you all right?
All right.
But
It was... And keep out of my...
is that we defend the honor of our ghost.
Namatin, iya nih bentar lagi kayaknya nih harusnya nih. Tamat ini mah penasaran gue hilang pas. Gue pengen tahu ending. Let's fight. We will go to battlefield. Oh, ini battlefield 5. Lagi perang doi.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Turun gunung gitu kuda. Numpang cari akun. Oh. Untuk buy red heirloom yang baca yang mau jual, ayo. Jangan pakai caps lock atau sok, diulang lagi sok. Ayo nggak apa-apa.
Yeah.
Let's go to the battleground. But I'm not a player unknown battleground. I am Henry the battleground. Ya ada heirloomnya si itu juga ya.
Not yet.
Oh,
Easy, man.
anjing. I'll go with the stamina. Stamina.
Just a little longer.
Cing ngembus sedikit gitu.
Easy.
Gunung Atlas. Gak kuat.
Hold. Hold.
Serang.
Damn it! They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Kayaknya tamat nih hari ini. Ya Allah, ada manusia di sebelah. Ah! Oh! Kalau kita cuma sedikit orang, but the man will survive.
To the bridge! We have to help them!
Gak tahu apa gue commander of the army.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan. Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Lu anjing kenapa lagi?
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Cold steel, hot blood. Hei, kenapa? Oh. That's my horse.
Yeah.
The fuck bug. Gak tahu. Gak boleh naik kuda gitu gue jalan. Aneh. Rage band, Bowman bro. Si poison gitu senjata gue. Lari-lari ke hutan. Tah lompat ke Edan. Anjing loh. Nggak tahu apa gue lubu. Lo ngapain mana tadi sini? Bacok weh lah liar. Olah yang balad hambura. Duelis. Senjata apa ini? Pernach. Yang zaman dulu perangnya kayak gini keren. Temen gue di proyek gue. Hello sih ya. Ada ups nih, nggak ada ups. Lagi perang guys. Kastil kita diambil alih. Kastil kita diambil alih. Hah, uang ini cerot.
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Wah, harus benerin dulu ini si armor anjay. Armor anjay dari blacksmith.
Yeah.
Mana blacksmithnya? No blacksmith? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Ganggu dah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Banget, meh seger. Bacot.
Jesus Christ.
I'm worried.
How's that?
I couldn't say. God be with you.
And God be with you too.
Start talking, or make your peace with.
Greetings. What business have you?
I won't betray my lord.
Sir, about the...
Out with it, head.
Very well. I'll get going.
Good luck, lad.
I'll be careful.
God be with you.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it? Fuck you. You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them. How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
How did you meet him?
What's that got to do with anything?
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You!
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages.
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really?
You better pray he will, for your own sake. I won't waste any...
I don't need to...
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like every...
You don't know anything. He'll come for me.
Now I'm curious. Why would...
You never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him.
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hanish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Musyawarah ini. Ayo ke Jepang lagi, mau ngapain aja? Gak suka gue ke Jepang.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little. But we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him.
Balak.
It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Gimana, boy? Kita harus ngapain, Nich?
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice
Gua
but
gak
to
pernah
attack.
tamat main ini game. Pasti
Great
kebanyakan
risk,
main
Robard,
side
with
quest.
Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
What is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while, and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Siap, my lord. Oh, anjing mau terbalik. Unknown is an unknown. I am ready. Armor gue masih oke kan? Banjing lah. Cuek gue. Kan A di sini. Edansia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goib. Naon sih sneaky gitu nih, ngapain mana teh?
Watch what you're doing.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bomb. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet,
I'd be delighted.
to smash my castle, I can't.
Sorry, sir.
There's nothing to it. All you have to do.
Well, I suppose I could.
Then we'll bombard. Sir Robard will take care.
Nying, ayo kita pakai trebuchet, reputation loss, nggak peduli.
Yeah.
Kuda-kuda.
Trebuchet.
Let's go. Nih, gimana? Sini ya.
Greetings.
What do you think?
Do
you think there's any?
I've never seen such. That's how.
Well, they're up.
Because. Good luck then.
God bless you.
Master Faith.
Much better now that I have...
Next time round. How much longer?
I would...
I see.
So do I.
We came just...
Quite.
I think...
They should.
How's work? So you're
Absolutely. May the Lord watch over you.
Si yang ngeragaji naon ini. Gimana?
Good luck then.
Lama kali kau. Lu anjing nembus. Ngilang si anjay. Fire. Oh!
Look out.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
I will go...
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. See you later.
The Lord be praised.
I got hold of a sawbones.
Thank you.
We
failed.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. Good luck, Ben.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still...
Is something...
A few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kutenberg, I'll be glad.
If those were the best...
My fear until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime, I'll be glad to know the woods at my back are...
Of course, Sir Robart. Would you like me to bring back their gear as evidence they're dead?
That's not necessary. See you later.
Dua anjing lah. Kayak game yang pernah dimainin sama temen gue gitu. Kita bakal serang dulu sambil nunggu 2 hari nggak jelas. Mana ya? Encampment.
Ya.
Besok bolong. Hai kat. Find it.
Who's there? Who's there? What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Yeah.
Show what you're made of.
kaget aja. Mereka anjing. Jagoan defense ini. Syamodara. Fishingnya nyalain. Ini buat apa fishing nyalain?
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Ini siapa lagi ya? Apa sih? Udah yang kepecah. Ngilang si anjay. Anjing rebuci. Anak kuda.
Yeah.
Where's the cam? Where's your cam? Where's your cam? Where's your cam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Musuh motherfucker camp. Malu bego.
Yeah.
Mana campnya? Oh anjing kaget. Campnya nggak ada.
Hey, get out of here! This is no place for the likes of you. Christ!
Ini voucher anjing bukan. Fucking voucher bro. Ada sari. Salah target. Saya jatuh bisa, Bo.
Yeah.
Mana si anjing mah? Gede pisan gitu. Ini harus nge-cheat namanya nih kayak gini nih, nge-cheat. Find Northern Western Encampment. Nggak ada. Nggak membantu.
Ya.
Yang Cibobo pisan modalnya. Ya lo aing nguliling nggak jelas. Di mana bang?
Fuck, I'm almost sober again. What the hell was that?
What the hell anjing bener sih lah. Shoulder 16 bego. Anjing meledak. Habis. Mana kalian, hah?
Hey, what are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
I'm tired of your fucking life, bro. Anjing. One hit, one kill.
God.
Dear God, the only thing I am of you. Baik, lumayan deh. Ayo.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum, waalaikumsalam. Nggak Dota, ntar lagi namatin ini dulu. Mau tamat nih kayaknya sekarang nih. Anjat bego. Bang manjatnya nggak bisa rumah.
Yeah.
Perang dulu.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Musuh gue yang mana?
Well,
That's the end of you.
Wah, anjing ngebug. Very good.
Hey,
Matiin.
who's there? What have we got here?
Alah, baunya si Cibu modelnya nih ke sini. Masya Allah, bau pisan. Pulang dulu dah. Bau pisan nih. Bau modal asli Cuma bagong.
Enough is enough. I'm really sick of upstarts who think the law doesn't apply to them. Don't tell me this definitely won't come.
Damn it.
You've purged yourself before the law, but surrender. You're under arrest for breaking the law.
Apa sih? Ngaco nih manusia ini. Ngaco itu NPC nya. Move. And some search, never finding a way before love. The fuck?
Yeah.
Munjing itu ngebayang. Munjing no rendering. Iya, bentar ini aing cuman mau nge-repair
I'm
doang.
honored that it. May the Lord watch over you. Take care now.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Good day to you.
Let's talk about.
May the Lord.
Let's talk about trade.
May the Lord watch over.
Ini benerin baju, let's go mandi dulu tapi anjing lah. Kok nggak buka sih? Udah chillin belum pagi? Udah dong. Always stay chill, bro.
God save you. What can I do? See you later.
Ada baju yang lebih bagus kan?
Take care.
Sudah.
Vegetables.
Nggak punya makanan.
God's. Take care.
God be.
Ini apa ini? Gue harus mensip. Muncul gitu. Ayo kita menambah tenaga dulu, guys.
Good day.
I'm interested.
Uh-huh.
I'd like.
As you wish. God be with you. Oh. 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 Oh.
Weak. Kenapa sih harus namanya weak? Yang?
Yeah.
Kenapa nggak render gini ya? Masa gue fishing gue onin? Nggak asik gitu. 70.
I found.
That's a relief.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're... Good luck, then.
Pergi.
I'm here.
Can't you see... God be with you.
Belum beres gitu.
I'm here.
Can't you see... Take care.
Cibo, nggak boleh. Hey.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose...
Just so.
All right. When do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? You won't have another chance until we've won the day.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and...
How are we going to attack?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge...
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire. So we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battle?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still... The castle is designed... We'll have to either...
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable. But we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I'll...
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, Many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those...
A village lad and an old soldier. It's fun.
Just one last thing, though. No matter how, keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Good luck, then.
Anjay. Buka gitu langsung otomatis gun. Charge! Bodo amat, fucking freeze. Attack, storm the wall. Ngapain pipis? Shots and attack! Attack man, attack man, attack man! Anjing modal.
Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves!
Oh, ini bete. Wah, susah. Kita pakai ini dulu dong. Hah, cuma ada satu. Oh, bukan. Wah. Ku bantai lu semua yang ada dalam castle.
Smash them!
Bodo amat teman-teman gue. Sini. Ada duit guys.
Smash them! Clear those battle maps!
Enjoy. Tahu gue siapa, ha? Berani-beraninya kau, ha? Berani-berani kamu, ha? Tahu gue master, ha? Jangan kabur lu. Mampus. Pecahin pala lu. Gatel kan lu. Kok licik anjay, mereka banyakan. Bentar dong. Aku terpojok. Lawan satu gitu loh, pedang tuh apa sih? Si aki-aki. Cokot. Kencing lawan X. Fucking deaf anjing. Dan Bernard mah kuat ah. Ini apa sih game? Permainan defense and parry. Ya Allah. Ya Allah.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son.
I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig. Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing.
Honor.
Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
Bang ơi.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Teman lagi sakit nah.
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Inilah pedangnya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
But the Radzig will be there.
The way you found Toth, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah. What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Assalamualaikum waalaikumsalam.
There's no sign of them. Move on. Glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
Right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
Anjay.
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
It's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Anjay. Udah, ini teh. Tamat cuy. Berarti ini bakal ada yang keduanya gitu. Oh.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Sedih.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Ih, sedih. Ngimpi si Anjay.
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
Bolong iklan aja gimana?
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Jadi bagus gitu kamarnya. Ya udah tamat apa gimana? A note is a note. Belum. Ya chill dong. Kok gue gak bisa. Nggak bisa. Kan kamar gue ya.
Yeah.
Gue harus beli baju.
Yeah.
God save you. Take care.
Jesus Christ. May the Lord watch over you.
Ketemu sepatu boy. Mau ketemu Lord.
God be with you.
Hayo, hayo.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
Baru 2 jam. Udah mau tamat. Udah tamat sih sebenarnya, ini epilognya.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Gapen.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans. and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the Empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected King of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not?
I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
In your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what...
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but dude, you'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears...
Rest assured.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand...
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be...
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage.
The Luxembourg. Wenceslas... But instead... Wenceslas...
Who is he?
Until I don't know what... But he really...
I'm a bit...
But he can... You can't...
Who is...
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. Then, they were allies for a while. Politics.
The League of Lords and that bird.
The lords of the powerful... They have... But now...
I don't know.
He's the king's younger brother, and some... Sigis... Not long... And now...
Rupert... What?
So... The... Since...
That's about all.
Very well. So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish? I think I don't know what to think.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces.
Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
You can end the game anytime afterward by riding off the map with Sir Henry. Bagusnya dulu.
So, can we set off?
Of course.
So, to horse, the Lord of Bur... So, how is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. It beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau. which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hannes?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Eglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hannes as such a rebel.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Mau kemana sih?
Yeah.
Ning steel gitu maksudnya.
Well, if it isn't the world-renowned Victor... Goodbye.
Nih. Dah. Nggak jelas ini.
God bless you.
Well, young sir, what now?
I never took you for a romantic soul.
What, here?
Ah, that's just the thing. Well, who knows what fate has...
I'm a little worried about you, sir.
Look, I can't just go off and get my head chopped off somewhere without first winning the heart.
Well, affairs of the heart are what...
You, Hal, shall be...
Why me?
Sir.
And who is...
The fair...
No.
Really? Your task...
What happened to...
I...
Nah, I'm a...
Not up to... See you later.
Terus mana? Nggak ada.
See you later.
Yang aneh. Udah selesai nih, udah tamat. Jadi tamatnya gantung gitu ya. Kayaknya pasti ada seri selanjutnya dari Kingdom Come kedua. Pokoknya gue nggak tahu kalau ini bakal jadiin highlight video apa enggak. Karena panjang banget. Gimana Nara yang editnya, ngekatnya. Pokoknya ini seru sih. Cuman menurut gue ini game tuh terlalu banyak ngobrol. Questnya kebanyakan ngobrol, actionnya kurang. Tapi overall gameplay bagus, makanya disebut salah satu game terbaik ya 2018. Ya begitulah. Thank you banget yang udah nemenin gue mainin Kingdom Come Deliverance. Gue akhirin dulu streamnya. Jadi thank you banget ya udah watching. Next kita tunggu ada game adventure apa lagi, gue nggak tahu. Pasti gue streamingin itu. Kalau misalnya gue into banget, gue pasti mainin sampai tamat. Apalagi yang gue paling suka yang pedang-pedangan kayak gini, zaman-zaman medieval, gue suka banget. Disaranin aja. Sekali lagi thank you yang udah nemenin terus. Jangan lupa buat di share, like, and subscribe. Yang pasti ini video bakal di private ya, atau di unlist, gue gak tahu. Till next stream, bye bye.